Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, we are live around the world right now. Standing with me here, Glenn Morgan. It is time for our Junior Academy. This is exciting start to our Nowra event, Morgs. I can't wait. Let's get through the contestants.
Well, it certainly is a big afternoon of entertainment for our young cowboys competing in the PBR Junior Academy this year. And so many divisions to get through, but ladies and gentlemen, we'll give you a sneak introductory of those competitors. Give them a big warm welcome as they make their way to Nowra, representing our Pee-wee division, the youngest group of all. How about we welcome from Yarrawonga, New South Wales, Jackson Parish, Singleton, Caleb Hall, and all the way from Gympie, Queensland, Jasper Whelan, from Dubbo, Taylor Brown, from Gunnedah, Bobby Berry, Kate Heffernan from Singleton, New South Wales. A big round of applause for the Pee-wee contenders. We move up a division. Boys that are 10 and 11 years of age in our junior division. They include from Goulburn, Levi Craig, Gunnedah's Chase Berry, from Barraba, Noah Lowe, from Singleton, Sonny Heffernan, from Gunnedah, Bailey Craig, from Walker, Benji Provost, from Whittingham, Ryland Thompson, and from Orange, Blake Abbott. Big round of applause for the Junior Cowboys. Well, we move up a division into the senior section. Big entries here this weekend. 2 rounds of this event. From Bungendore, Declan Hoy, from Katingle, Colby Clark, from Gresford, Billy Richardson, from Scone, it's Charlie O'Halloran. And all the way down from Mount Isa, Queensland, we welcome Byron Kirk. And from Bulga, Darcy Barber. From Glendonbrook and Hunter Valley, Nash Goddard. From Barraba, Brax Lowe. Ronan Besiege from Serena, Queensland. And from Bundara, Cassidy Carlin. From Walkie, Lockie Provost. And down from Gympie, Queensland, Chase Whelan. And all the way from Boddington, Western Australia, young Hunter Ross. Give them a big round of applause, our senior contestants. Whether there is a group of young men vying for the opportunity to work their way through the Challenger Series and earn the right and honour to compete on our PBR Tour. These are our Rising Stars division, made up of the boys that are 15, 16 and 17. Let's welcome from Sawyers Gully, New South Wales, Jordan Britt. From Gympie, Queensland, Riley Merrill. From Darkin, Western Australia, Kobe Hodson. From Stroud, it's James Ross. From Miriam Vale, Queensland, Rex Walker. And all the way down from Catherine in the Northern Territory, Jack Jones. From Burrawa, Billy Fogg. From Goulburn, Cooper Craig. And from Bulljul, Queensland, Tage Everingham. From Gracemere, North Queensland, Trace Mellors. From Oberon, Max Meredith. And rounding up the Rising Star division from Vasey, Billy Parker. Big round of applause for all of our competitors here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, in the Rising Star division. Well, what I do have this afternoon as we get ready for our competition is a young man, a good friend of mine, and co-host this afternoon of our Junior Academy. I welcome back to the microphone, Bo Cosgrove. How are you, Bo?
Doesn't matter what happens to you. Life don't stop. Neither do I.
We are set to get things underway with our co-host here this weekend. Got him on the microphone eventually, Bo Cosgrove. Welcome to Nowra, Bo.
Thank you. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, who's ready to kick off the Can-Am Junior Academy with the senior division?
Well, we do welcome also a young man making his way in the protection athlete world is young Cooper Favreau. And a welcome to the arena, Cooper, as he will earn his right to be one of our protection athletes here this weekend for our Junior Can-Am Academy. Well, judges here this weekend, we welcome Mr. Dean Pace and with him, of course, Mr. Clayton Lane. And our first competitor we're going to see in this division getting ready to ride, Bo, should be Declan Hoy.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Declan Hoy is from all the way from Bungendore, and he's on the bull they call Tulio. Ladies and gentlemen, who's ready to watch the Can-Am Junior Academy?
Well, the bull that he's drawn is a bull in this round. It's called Tulio from the Clifton Park Rough Stock up there in the Hunter Valley. Now, these young boys travel all over Australia as they get set for action.
Hey, let's do this. Hey, come on, Nowra. Whoa. Watch out as the bullfighters go to work here, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a massive round of applause to the Snow River Caravan Protection athletes.
Well, he's unfortunately going to take a no score. We'll watch the Can-Am replay on this occasion. Started pretty good, however, when he turned back, he blew that inside foot, didn't he, Bo? And, of course, lost the grip. And this is where our protection athletes move in. They've got to untie his hand at this point of time. Stays on his feet, that's important. The Bungendore Cowboy taking a no score.
Well, this, ladies and gentlemen, is Colby Clark from Cougarall, and he's on the bull they call Goose. Ladies and gentlemen, when the gate cracks, we need to hear you. Come on, let's do this. Oh, yeah. Around the left. Oh, yeah. Go to work, Colby.
Well, he knows when that 8 seconds is up. He hits the siren, and our man is on the ground. You know what, folks? You can put your hands together for the young cowboy from Katingal, New South Wales, Colby Clark.
Oh, yeah, Colby's going to be feeling good.
Well, the judges will now put pen to paper in the competition. Put 1 to 25 points for the Cowboys' riding style. 1 to 25 points for the bull's action throughout the commencement of that 8-second journey. He was on a little bull called the Goose, another of the Clifton Park Rough Stock bulls.
Here's Billy Richardson.
Well, we're going to wait for that score. Billy Richardson looks like he's set to go.
Oh, yeah, and he's on an unridden bull they call Nickelback, ladies and gentlemen. We need to hear you, Nowra.
Well, just having a little trouble in that chute. The bull not cooperating enough for young Billy. This young man comes from a family of professional athletes. Each and every one of the boys in their Richardson family from Gresford, New South Wales have all competed. Australia-wide, international, and of course, brothers Cliffy, Lockie, Timmy have all exceeded in their chosen sport, whether it be bull riding, bareback. Family that is passionate about the sport of bull riding. And Billy being the youngest of the boys, that legacy, the legacy of the Richardson boys still continuing on in our Junior Academy season. Well, we're just waiting for an update on that score for Colby Clark. We'll get that score through. We're having a little technical problem with our IT system, but once we have that ironed out, we will continue on with Billy Richardson. Well, it's come through officially. We've got a score of 70.2 for Colby, a score of 70.2. Well, Billy takes that bull riding rope, wraps it in. Same rules apply in our Junior Academy, does in the senior ranks. Sliding up,
Oh, yeah.
getting set.
Come on, Nowra. Let's get behind Billy. Whoop.
Well, the clocks are going to stop at 2.6 tonight for young Billy Richardson. That's a little disappointing, a little short of luck and time, as we'll see that on the Can-Am Junior Academy replay on our big screen. Just got a little flat on his pockets. He was off that bull riding rope, made a little tough on that tight corner. Back to the left.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the Cowboy from Skye, New South Wales. This is Charlie O'Halloran, and he's on the bull they call Cool As.
Well, just got to warm that bull riding rope up. Charlie now taking his time with the preparation. These young boys sometimes take a little longer than they desire. However, we are just getting through that motion as we speak, waiting for the all clear from the officials and judges. Well, we are slowly but surely working our way through the system. Charlie O'Halloran, Cool As is the little bull that he's drawn. You know, these bulls are all individually named.
Oh, yeah.
They travel the PBR Junior Academy circuit. They're representing the Clifton Park Rostock and the Provers Partnership. Well, 70.2 is what he's got to beat, Bo, at this point of time.
Oh, yeah. Who's ready to watch this cowboy ride one? Come on, let's do this. Whoa.
Man, I tell you, he had a little a move in him to the left and faded to the right, but boy, oh boy, he was a handful in this division of our competition.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the boy from Mount Isa, Queensland, Byron Kirk, has drawn the favourite bull out the bunch. This is going to be the bull called Out on Patrol. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this bull is one of the rankest. Byron Kirk from Mount Isa, ready to conquer the infamous Out on Patrol.
Well, this young man comes with a big story. He's all the way down from Mount Isa in North Queensland, and that just goes to show the commitment of these young cowboys travelling all over Australia. You imagine Mum and Dad flying him down from Mount Isa to compete in Nowra?
Here
what
we
an
go.
effort.
Hey, come on. Come on, Nowra. Whoa.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about a little encouragement, brighten his day a little bit, the young cowboy from Mount Isa, Byron Kirk. Well, as we go to the big screen, replay looks to start pretty good, but this little black Angus bull, he has other ideas in his mind, and boy, just wound it up a little too tight for the young Mount Isa cowboy. Bull was called Out on Parole, and they say 2.86 seconds, 2.86.
Well, this next cowboy, Dark Barber, is from Beluga in New South Wales, and he's on the bull they call Ginger Ninja.
Well, 70.2 still our leading score in the competition. Bulls have been a little dominant in this first section of our senior division with the 12, 13 and 14-year-olds. Darcy Barber will be the final cowboy in this section. We'll come back with another round of it a little later on in our program.
Here we go, Nowra. Come on, let's help him out. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh!
Well, it's going to be a little close. I'm going to leave that a call to our judges and officials. Remember, that free hand should remain tie for the 8-second period. And of course the judges will make that call as they both carry those electronic stopwatches. Just gets a little sideways through the early part of that ride. Judges say he was on the ground at 7.38 seconds. 7.38.
The all-new Ram 1500 Rebel is everything you'd expect from a Ram, but with a rugged off-road edge. Powered by the all-new straight-six twin-turbo, boasting an impressive 420 horsepower under the hood, its off-road game is beefed up and built for serious 4x4 performance. With rugged good looks and a sleek interior, you could say the Ram 1500 Rebel is a rebel with a cause. Ram eats everything else for breakfast.
Well, we've got one score on the board at this point of time. In the senior division, only one qualified rider was for young Colby Clark, 70.2. Well, there'll be another 6 of those riders later on in our afternoon program, part of the Junior Academy. We are just about set. We're getting ready for our next division. It'll be the Rising Stars, and this will be for the boys that are 15, 16 and 17 years of age. And well, in the last couple of years, Bo, joining us here this afternoon for the first time in a few months, the quality of our young bull riders in the Junior Academy, it's improved each and every year.
Oh yeah, it has. We've got better riders with better bulls as well.
Well, the main thing is it's about developing the skills at a young age and encouraging young kids to be a part of this tour. Gaining skills at a very, very young age always. Well, we're just going to get set for the Rising Stars. We're going to go back to the big screen. We've got some information come forward, and then we'll be underway with the Rising Stars very shortly.
Custom designed for your adventures, to take the road less traveled, to discover this land's natural beauty. Engineered and tested for the rugged Australian environment.
Well, we're getting set to go with our first competitor of the Rising Stars. It's Jordan Brett.
Oh yeah, and he's on high hopes. Come on, Nowra. Oh yeah.
Well, we're just going to wait. We are having a little technical problem with our siren. It looks like judges have got thumbs up. We get to see this on the replay, the Snowy River Caravans replay big screen. This young man has gained self-confidence in the last couple of seasons, the boy from up there in the Hunter Valley. Sawyer's Gully's where he calls home, making that 8-second ride. ensuring that he gets our first score on the board in the 15, 16, 17 age group and division. Well, we'll have those numbers through. I can see the competitor getting ready. Our next contestant in this event getting ready.
Oh yeah, this is Riley Merrill from Gympie. And he's on the bull they called Scared Money from Clifford's Park Rough Stocks.
Well, Riley Merrill's from Gympie, Queensland. Scared Money is bull comes with a little reputation.
Oh yeah, here we go, Nowra. Hey, let's do this. Oh yeah, around to the left, into his hand. Oh, that bull changes direction.
Well, unfortunately, he's going to fall victim to the
Watch
power
out.
of the strength. No score. Well, tonight's all about the learning expression that comes with bull riding. It's all about planting that seed, development at a young age. The start looks pretty good. However, at about this point of time, the bull got a little tough. He was back into his riding hand, but can sometimes be an advantage. However, his upper body went to the outside of the spin, brings him off a little short. The boy from Gympie, Queensland.
Oh yeah, this is going to go to Cobe Hodgkinson. And he's on the bull I call Tiger Claw. Now this cowboy all the way from Western Australia in the town they call Darkham.
Well, it's great to see this. Boys have embraced the sport. Our Can-Am Junior Academy. Long way from home, flew across the Nullarbor to be here this weekend. Cobe Hodgson. Easing up, getting that spot. Remember, they develop into this event. We have the Challenger Series for boys that are
Here we
18
go.
years of age.
Hey, let's do this. Round left, whoa.
Well, 3.85 looks like he's going to fall short in this division, unfortunately, failing to qualify at 3.85. Well, he blew out, got a lot of air in that front end. Once he feels his ground, it is blinker on, and man, when you get back off those hips, got to ride that outside shoulder when the bull turns back that hard. Cobe Hodgson.
Well, this is James Ross, and he from Australia, and he's on the bull I call Mud Thug. Who's ready to see a cowboy ride one, Nowra?
Well, he's got plenty of help there, plenty of encouragement. Trying to get that bull to stand up nice and square. Says, let's do this.
Here we go. Hey, let's do this. Oh, yeah, whoop. Whoa. Watch out. Get up, James.
Well, what great work. Incredible job from our Snowy River Caravan team, our protection athletes, as we thank each and every one of them for their dedication, commitment to the sport of Junior Academy bull riding we are watching here this afternoon. As just a small introductory off from what we've got at 7 o'clock tonight when we go to the big league, the Super League of bull riding. Man, oh man, Josh Burks and his team do a magnificent job just in a split second of time. Gives him that moment to get on out of there.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be Rex Walker from Miriam Vale. And he's on the bull I called Sabbath. Now, ladies and gentlemen, who's ready to watch a cowboy ride a bull?
Well, here's another of our Queensland competitors down from Miriam Vale. Rex Walker and the bull that he's drawn, Tyson's Bucking Bulls. These bulls are specifically bred. They're not quite as big and as strong. Come from similar bloodlines, believe it or not. However, it's not about intimidating these young boys and the big, strong bulls. It's about encouraging them, building a little self-confidence, self-belief in the toughest sport on earth, the sport of bull riding. Starts right here in the Can-Am bucking chute.
Here we go. Whoop. Hang on. Excuse me, sir. Whoop. Well, I'm not sure about you, Wogs, but I think that bull is going on strike.
Well, it's just a younger bull trying to, I guess, get his bearings, understand the process that we bring him here for. They've got to understand where that chute gate is, the return gate and the
Here
return
we
alley.
go. Hey, watch him. Up around to the right. Whoa!
Well, I tell you, he built some confidence, that bull, throughout the course of the ride. How about a big round of applause for the boy from Miriam Vale? A strong effort, plenty of commitment. You can see by the look of his face, he's a little disappointed to his expectations here tonight. This bull, he does what good bulls do. He thinks, he builds a little head, jumps high in that front end, and it's the strength and power that comes with it. Man, oh man, can't be disappointed with the efforts here in the Rising Star from our Miriam Vale cowboy, Rex Walker.
Well, this is my mate they call Jack Jones. And he's all the way from Catherine in the Northern Territory, and he's on the bull they call Gladiator from the Lazy G Bucking Bulls, ladies and gentlemen. The higher you cheer, the better the cowboy rides, the better the bull bucks.
Well, he's a young man that we saw a little bit last year through the season up in New South Wales and through the Can-Am Junior Academy. Good to see him here this weekend.
Hey, come on. Let's do this now, Whoop.
Well, man, oh man, there's another great bull in this division. Well, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for these kids in the Rising Star section this afternoon. They come here early for your entertainment as a sneak preview of the young bull riders that'll take us forward in our sport of professional bull riding. Man, another great bull, gets a lot of height in his action. Man, oh man, disappointing to find him on the ground early in this round of our competition. Well, we're going to turn our attention back to the big screen. We've got some more information coming your way shortly before we get underway with the Pee-wee division.
Well, I'm running like my hands on fire, and I don't intend to stop even when my legs grow tired. And I've got a message from Colorado straight from Texas, captured most of me, just let me be.
Well, this is my favourite section, though. This is the Pee-wee division for those young boys that are only 7, 8 and 9 years of age. And
yeah.
This is where they really start. And look at the size of these young kids. It's Pee-wees as they are. And our first competitor is all the way from Yarrawonga, right down on the New South Wales Victorian border, Jackson Parish.
Watch out, boys! Woo. Oh, no. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. How about for the Snowy River Caravan Protection athletes? There's two things you'll never catch me doing, Morgs.
Yeah, we got our protection athletes ready. Young Cooper Fevereau with us here also as our junior cowboys get set for the Pee-wee division.
Oh yeah, Jackson Parish. And the little bull I call Little Bruce. Hey, come on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. Oh yeah. Hey, let's do this, Jackson. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, Cowboy Up signs are on. Man, oh man, he's happy. Come on, folks. He's enjoying a Saturday afternoon here at the Nowra Showground, Jackson Parish.
Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about 57.8 for Jackson Parish?
Well, he's got plenty of support as we get set to go with the young man from Singleton.
Oh yeah, this is Caleb Hall, and he's on Wee Man. Hey, come on, folks. Come on, folks. Oh.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a 3.7 on the ride. 3.7.
How about we put a left hand with a right hand for Caleb this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, it started good, however, just slipped a little.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jasper Wheeland, and he's on the bull they call Ladybug. Now, this is the bull I have nightmares about.
Ladybug from the Clifton Park Rough Stock and the Brit Partnership.
Oh, yeah.
He says, let's do this.
Oh, yeah, come on, Nowra. Come on, Nowra. Oh, into his hand. Oh, yeah. Up, down, and around. Woo-hoo!
Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? He has flown all the way from Gympie, Queensland. Let's give it up for the boy from North Queensland.
Oh, yeah. All right, way, Wheeland.
Man, you can tell me the smile on his little dial. He has done what he set out to do. Made his way to Nowra here on the beautiful south coast of New South Wales. And boy, this is big effort, big numbers will be coming through from the judges and officials. Uses the outside leg to reset and regain each and every spot. And we'll have a score through very, very shortly.
Now, this is why I'm not a judge, because I would have marked that a 90-point ride.
Well, let's go to Gunnedah. Bobby Berry.
Oh, yeah. And he's on the bull they call Humbug.
Well, his older brother was one of our PBR Junior Champions last year, 2025. This is the next brigade of the Berry boys.
Here we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, he's made the 8, and that's all you need to do, Bobby. Yeah, come on. Well, we've seen Chase do it many, many times now, Bobby. These young boys originally started their rodeo life, well, they lived as young children up in the Camden Valley region, the Macarthur area.
How about 61.7?
Well, that takes him to the lead in our competition, 61.7, 61.7.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Kaiki Heffernan. But at home they call this kid the Wild Child, Wild Thing. And he's on the bull they call Alcatraz.
Well, this is another one of the Heffernan boys. His uncle, Cody Heffernan, was a PBR bull riding champion of Australia. Just having a little trouble setting that rope, getting our young men ready. Well, at this point of time, recapping the lead is Jasper Wheeland, 71 points. We've got a 61.7 to Bobby Berry.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, who's ready to watch Kaiki Heffernan, aka the Wild Thing as they call him back home? And he's on the bull they call Alcatraz.
Well, he's going to need a big numbers. He's going to need a great ride. 71 points. Jasper Wheelan, the boy from Gympie, is our current leader. But boy, not wasting any time on this opportunity.
Hey, come on. Oh, yeah. Hey, come on, Nowra. Come on, Nowra. Oh, yeah.
Well, we're back on song. The siren sounds. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make him feel welcome, this young man from Singleton, New South Wales.
How about the world sing.
Boy, Kaigi, man oh man, he's good to get the job done. 60.8, 60.8 puts him into about third place in our competition here this afternoon. Well, that looks like it's going to wind down the first of our events to be presented with the championship this afternoon. And I have one of my co-hosts, Simon Mallory, and it looks like our winner of this competition will be Jasper Whelan. Simon, if you've got him there with you. There it is on the leaderboard. Jasper Whelan, 71 points. Bobby Berry, the cowboy from Gunnedah, 61.7. Kaiki Heffernan from Singleton, 60.8. And young Jackson Parrish from Yarrawonga, rounding out the top four. Take it away, Simon.
Oh, that's right. Here, Morgs, I'm standing next to young Jasper Whelan. Jasper, there is your Ari voucher. Mate, congratulations. I was just having a flick through your rides there. That's got to be one of the mark rides you've nailed.
Nearly.
What's your highest?
81. No, 78 or something.
70, anything north of 75 is good in our books, and I got to say, the way you rode that bull, mate, you were looking like a pro. So, what do you want to say to the fans out there for getting along here today?
Well, thank you for coming and supporting the PBR.
Nice work indeed. Folks, put your hands together. The winner there of our Pee-wee division, young Jasper Whelan.
The all-new Ram 1500 Rebel is everything you'd expect from a Ram, but with a rugged off-road edge. Powered by the all-new straight 6 twin turbo, boasting an impressive 420 horsepower under the hood. Its off-road game is beefed up and built for serious 4x4 performance. With rugged good looks and a sleek interior, you could say the Ram 1500 Rebel is a rebel with a cause. Ram beats everything else for breakfast.
Doesn't matter what happens to you. Life don't stop. Neither do I.
Custom designed for your adventures. To take the road less traveled. To discover this land's natural beauty. Engineered and tested for the rugged Australian environment. Experience more with Snowy River Caravans.
Well, I'm running like my hands on fire, and I don't intend to stop even when my legs grow tired. And I've got a message from Colorado straight from Texas, captured most of me, just let me be.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, who's ready for the junior division? And the first cowboy that's going to leave it all out here is going to be the cowboy that's from Goulburn, New South Wales. This is the kid they call Levi Craig. And he is on a good one from Clifford's Park Rough and Roughstock, sorry. This is the bull I call Hairy Scary.
Well, we get ready to the 10 and 11-year-old competitors in this section of our competition. Levi Craig will be the cowboy from Goulburn. I've had a lot to do with this young man in recent years. I've seen him predominantly through the state of New South Wales. He is a highly competitive young cowboy. He's been competing for some 3 years, and boy, he has ridden at some of Australia's biggest events in competition. Levi Craig from Goulburn.
Here we go. Uh-oh. Hey, come on, dude. Let's do this. Hey, come on, Nowra. Come on, Nowra. Oh, yeah, whoop. Well, that bull just wanted to go on strike, I feel like.
Well, he got the job done, no problem.
No, you trust him once.
Well, as we get set to go with our cowboy scores, we'll be through very, very shortly. Our first contestant in our junior division here tonight, Levi Craig.
Well, 58.3.
Well, a 58.3 for our first contestant. Let's go to Chase Berry. He was our 2025 Junior Division Champion Cowboy. He competed at the National Finals in Tamworth. He went as far as Townsville in North Queensland.
Oh, yeah, and he's on the bull I call Grizzly.
Another quite accomplished young cowboy.
Here we go. Come on, Chase. Oh, yeah, get behind him now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, he makes it look so easy, the very, very accomplished and stylish young cowboy from Gunnedah, Chase Berry. It surprises me.
Well, 62.62.
62 points. Whether or not that's going to be high enough to hold the lead in our competition, time will tell.
Well, the next cowboy comes all the way from Barraba. This is Nowra Low, and he's on the bull I call Tupac. Come on, Nowra. Come on, Nowra. Get behind him. Oh, yeah. And he rides him all the way back to Barraba, ladies and gentlemen. How about for Nowra Low?
Well, Cowboy's up. We got the numbers. It'll be a qualified score for the young cowboy. His dad, of course, was a PBR champion, inducted into the Australian Hall of Fame as one of the all-time great bull riders of Australia. But these young boys, they are making a legacy of their very own in the sport of professional bull riding. 60.4 for the Barraba Cowboys, 60.4.
Oh, yeah. And now we go to a veteran. I say, this is going to be Sonny Heffernan. Now he's on the bull I call Dirty Money. Sonny hangs his hat in Singleton. Who's ready to watch another cowboy go to the 8-second whistle, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, the Heffernan name is something that everybody in that town can follow. They have been a journeyman, the family, for about 3 generations now. They've represented Australia at the Junior World Finals in the USA. Sonny Heffernan.
Here we go. Hey, let's do this. Come on, Nowra. Come on, Nowra. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, it's another cowboy up from the officials. They're going to be delighted to see that cowboy get to the siren, and that's what he needs to do in this division, earning the points and prize money for the opportunity to qualify at our Can-Am Junior National Finals.
Oh, yeah, how about 65 points for Sonny Heffernan?
Well, that takes him to the lead in our competition here early this afternoon, a score of 65.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bailey Craig, and he's versus the bull they call Pocket Rocky. Mords, you know they call me Pocket Rocket at school?
Beg your pardon?
You know they call me Pocket Rockets at
They
school.
call you Pocket Rocket?
Yep.
I've got absolutely no idea. I call you the live wire. You never stop. What's your mum call you?
Bo.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. Yeah, hey, you remember it's Mother's Day tomorrow, Bo, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Boy, your mum's pretty special. She's been good to you.
Oh, yeah, she has.
Absolutely. Each and every weekend of the year. My mum's been good to me for some 91 years. Okay, let's get ready to go with Bailey Craig.
Oh, yeah. He's from Canada, too. Come on, Nowra, get behind him. Oh, yeah. Whoop.
Whoop. Well,
Come on, Pocket Rocket.
I think he found the catch gate open a little early. Now, we're going to wait and see what judges say, Josh Burks. Well, do you agree, Bo, that a rewrite option is on the cards?
I think so.
Well, what's happened? This bull did not perform to the 8 seconds. The expectations of our judges and officials, they have given him the opportunity of 53 points or a re-ride. Knowing Bailey the way I do, I'm pretty certain he'll take that re-ride.
I thought we were in the steer wrestling for a second.
Man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be Benji Provost from Old China, New South Wales, and he's on the ball they call Nugget.
Well, he's a second-generation cowboy, this young man. I remember his dad, Matty Provost, grew up down in the Manning Valley around Wingham. Now, of course, based on a big family property there at Walker. The Provost boys, 3 of which are all highly competitive. This is young Benji Provost.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Nowra.
Oh,
Whoop.
man. Well, just a little tough out of there. I'd nearly leave that call to the officials. I can see our arena director, Mick Gray, giving the call. We will see him one more time in our competition. There'll be a re-ride for young Benji Provost. We'll take that re-ride very shortly.
Well, next we go down to Rylan Thompson. He's from Whittingham, and he's on the ball they call Billy.
Well, this young man is from Whittingham. Do you know where Whittingham is?
No clue.
It's up in the Hunter Valley. Beautiful part of the world. Rylan Thompson, second last competitor, apart from our re-rides in this division. Saw this young cowboy up at Bow Desert Rodeo. PBR back in February of this year was a score of 57. And then it was in February, first week of February, we saw him at Scone in the Hunter Valley. He was one of our 63-point ride efforts in that competition.
Here we go. Come on. Come on, Nowra. Come on, Nowra.
Well, a little more energy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, you're going to
Hey,
recognize his efforts there, Bo. That's a big round of applause for that young man, ladies and gentlemen. His name is Rylan Thompson.
Hey, Nowra. He can hear you now.
Wow.
We're about 68.6.
Well, that takes him to the lead in the round, 68.6.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next cowboy hangs his hat in orange. This is Blake Abbott, and he's on the bull they call Curly. Now this bull, he's making his PBR debut.
Well, so is the young cowboy. Hasn't been to a lot of our PBR events in recent times. Saw him at Tamworth and Orange last year is about where he started. His first ever PBR competition was in September of 2025.
Oh yeah. Here, let's do this, Nowra. Come on, Nowra. Come on, Nowra, get behind him. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Nowra, what did you think of that?
Well, we'll wait for the scores to come through for that young man. 64.8. 64.8 moves him into a third place position at this stage with 2 re-rides yet to go. 64.8. As we wind down this division, apart from our two re-rides, it is at this early stage leading the competition. Ryland Thompson, 68.6. However, we will wait. We will wait a little further down the program until we make that presentation with two re-rides yet to go. Well, Bo, I think we're going to move into the senior division once again. We saw the first round of that event earlier this afternoon. Colby Clark. Now, this is the boys that are 12, 13 and 14 years of age. And as we've got a big program to get through, we are going to roll straight in to the senior division, section number 2.
Oh, yeah.
Looking down the list of these riders, you see some big-name cowboys.
Oh, yeah. I see the reigning and defending champion, Chase Wheelers. And he's on the bull I call Bulba. But that won't be until the very last.
Well, there's some boys that I've seen quite often, all the way from Western Australia, from Boddington. We've got Hunter Ross in this division. Braxlow from Baraba. Cassidy Carlin's another former champion from Bundara. Boy, list of former champions as they go through now the senior division. They started in the Pee-wees, they went through the juniors.
Oh, yeah.
And now, of course, they are at the pinnacle in this competition is our senior division.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be Nash Goddard. And for the second time tonight, this will be cool as Nash Goddard is the defending junior division champion. I'm sure he wants to put a senior division title on the line too. Whoa! Well, Cool Eyes wants to have a party in the sheets, it feels like.
Well, Little Bull just not cooperating as we would have liked.
Hey, Nowra, who's having a good time here at the Can-Am Junior Academy here this afternoon? Okay. Who's excited for the PBR this afternoon?
Well, I think we're going to move down a chute. We're going to get set to go with our next competitor. This may be Brax Lowe, our next contestant.
Oh, yeah.
And the bull that he's drawn, it's Out on Parole the second.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, who's ready to watch Brax Lowe ride this bull? Come on. Hey, around to the left. Around to the left. Oh, yeah. Whoop, whoop.
Well, we'll just see what the judges and officials say here today for the Barber Cowboy. Brax Lowe it was on Out on Parole. Now, the judges are going to review this situation. What happens? They have the opportunity with a monitor. They'll go back to that review situation. And if they feel that this bull fell, stumbled, got off all 4 feet, made life a little difficult, he may well be given another opportunity. Bull started extremely well. He was out there straight into the left, away from his riding hand. That can be a little difficult. And it was just towards the end of the ride that it wore him down. Momentum shifted. However, our judge, re-ride has been awarded. That's good news, Bo. That is extremely good news. Well. Well, we'll take up the positions. Judges regroup. We'll get ready to go with our next competitor in this section. Chasing down our leader, Colby Clark. 70.2 sits on top of the pack in the Junior Academy Senior Division.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, who's ready for Rowan Majewski? And he's on the bull, they call Nickelback. Now, this bull, he's unridden.
Well, just going through that process, warming that tail. Running the siege will be on Nickelback the second. Now, he's all the way down from Serena in central Queensland, a beautiful part of the world, and of course, vying the opportunity
Oh, yeah.
Be one of our leaders this year in 2026.
Who's ready to cheer for Rowan, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, so far he's impressed with big scores at many of our major events,
Here
including...
we go. Come on, Rowan. Come on, Rowan. Oh, yeah. Come on, Rowan. Oh. Well, ladies and gentlemen. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about we put our left hand with a right hand for Rowan Myoski this afternoon?
Well, it's a little disappointing. Started strong, this Serena Cowboy. However, as that bull fades back into his riding hands, his hip shifted to the outside, and boy, there was one way but to the ground for that young man from Serena, Queensland, failing to qualify.
Well, we're going to go back to Nash Goddard. He's still on Cool As from Cliffix Park, Roughstock and the Provost Partnership. He's from Glendonbrook, ladies and gentlemen. Who's ready to see this guy ride this bull? Hey, let me go this. Hey, what? Whoa.
Well, man, oh man, there is a dandy from the Clifton Park Roughstock Provost team. Wow. Cool as two for Nash Goddard, our former Australian junior champion.
Whoa. I see someone in the barrel. Watch out. Who's in that barrel?
Well, that's something we didn't come to expect. However, he is not going to be there for that siren here this afternoon.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be Cassidy Carlin. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a little trick to get Cool As out of the arena. We all got to yell, "Go home, bull." Watch out, watch out. And now we got to yell, "Go home, bull," on one, okay? 3, 2, 1. Go home, bull. Whoop. Might have to try it again, ladies and gentlemen. Cool As is going to go out with his travelling partner. And there he goes back to greener paddocks.
Well, we clear the arena. We can get set to roll on through the competition for our next competitor.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be Cassidy Carlin from Butterer. And he's on the bull they call Goose.
Well, this is another of our former PBR Junior Academy champions. Making that adjustment, getting set, Goose the second.
I used to live close to this cowboy. Here we go. Around to the left. Whoa. Oh, staying on your feet, Cassidy. Whoop. Ladies and gentlemen, how about those Snow River Caravan protection athletes here this afternoon?
Well, we're going to see a lot of them as their journey unfolds tonight. In our main performance, we do commence the PBR event at 7 o'clock tonight. As advertised, we are watching a Junior Academy competition. It is a sneak preview of the entertainment that we have got in store for you as the evening unfolds.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be Lockie Provost. He's from Wiltshire, and he's about to go tango with the bull I call Rango. Now, Morgs, you know there's two things you won't catch me doing in a rodeo arena? There's only two things I won't do in a rodeo arena. You know what that is?
What's that, my friend?
I will never get in a clown barrel, and I will never fight bulls. I'm too scared.
I'm telling you, there's protection athletes do an amazing job week in and week out. We see them. And you know what? If you worked in the human resources team, how on this earth could you write a job description for a protection clown? You know, there are no boundaries. There are no limits. You've just got to step up to the plate when a young man has fallen victim of hard times.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Lockie's ready to tango with Rango. Hey, come on. Oh, yeah. Come on, Nowra. Come on, Nowra. Whoop. Excuse me, Rango. Hey. Whoa.
Well,
ladies and gentlemen, how about Lockie Provost here this afternoon.
Well, they're going to see that as a rewrite option. I've got the numbers from the judges and officials. Once again, the bull did fail to buck the complete 8 seconds, and as they have in the riding rules, it's a score of 63.6 with the option of a rewrite. Now, when you look at the numbers, 63.6 at this stage puts him into second place. However, I've got a funny feeling he's probably going to take that rewrite no matter what.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here's the senior division reigning and defending champ. This is Chase Whelan from Gympie. He's from Bulb, and he's on the bull called Bulba. Come on, Nowra, let's do this.
Well,
Come on, Nowra. Come on, Nowra. Oh, yeah.
Well, he's done a great job here, this young man. These Whelan boys, back-to-back in the competition, making his home in Gympie, Queensland. Now, I've got confirmation Lockie Provost is actually going to take that score of 63.6. We've got a 65.8 into second place for Chase Whelan, 65.8, moving him into outright second place tonight, behind our current leader in Colby Clark. Well, 8 seconds can seem like a long journey in a competition like that. However, he has been rewarded. Well, we're going to take you right across the Nullarbor Plain to our next competitor, to Boddington in Western Australia.
Oh, yeah. This is Hunter Ross. Now, ladies and gentlemen, he's on Tulio.
Tulio the second from the Clifton Park rough stock team. This bull bucked off Nash Goddard at the Scone PBR Junior Academy competition, so he comes in with a little reputation. And believe it or not, these young riders follow the form of each and every one of these bulls. They watch them week in and week out. Of course, there's some that are a little more preferred than others. Some that are a little more bull rider friendly, if you'd like to put it that way.
Who's ready to see Hunter Ross go? The A. Come on, Nowra. He's up, he's down, he's right to left. Oh, I like this. Oh, yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but that young man from Western Australia set an example tonight. Let's put our hands together for his efforts. The boy from Boddington, Western Australia, Hunter Ross, gets to that
Watch
8
out,
second.
watch out. That's why you won't see me in an arena. But ladies and gentlemen, he's going to take the lead with 74 points.
Well, this is nice. Out and around into his hand, which can be a little easier. However, the outside action with that foot showing our judges here this afternoon he's in complete and total control through that initial 8-second ride.
Oh yeah, now we're gonna go to a re-ride. This is Brock's low on freight train. Come on, whoop.
Well, that is a little disappointing for young Brax. That young cowboy we know can do a little better. Bull was out strong, just looked out over his shoulder, and of course when you look to the outside, that's where your body position will take you.
Yeah, this one.
Well, looks like it's going to wind down the leaderboard. Let's look at his Hunter Ross, 74 points. Colby Clark's been relegated back to second with a 70.2. Chase Whelan from Gympie, 65.8. And Lockie Provost, 63.6. Rounds out the top 4 in our Junior Academy Senior Division. And my good friend and co-host, I know Simon Mallory's looking forward to catching up with our champion, the boy from Boddington, Western Australia. It should be Hunter Ross there in the main arena.
Yeah, that's right. We're actually just keeping an eye out for Hunter Ross. He's been busy signing autographs, I think, out the back. So we'll get him out here in the middle. Morgs and Bow, Hunter Ross striding on over here, 74 points. Congratulations, Hunter. There you go. That is your Ariad voucher. Mate, did you know much about your bull?
Not really. All I know is his rank.
Well, he's certainly a great ride, big scores. What do you do for training?
I just get on practicals whenever I can.
What got you started out in this crazy sport?
Oh, I don't really know, just friends, I guess.
All right, and you're watching the world titles at the moment happening over there in the US of A. So is that your plan to be here in Australia, get that Australian champ, and then we're going to see you over there in the States?
Oh, well, yeah, hopefully. See how it rolls and I might get over then.
All right, mate. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. One more time, get loud for your cowboy there of our senior division.
Well, we're getting set to go with our first competitor. This will be one of the re-rides from the junior division.
Oh yeah, this is going to be Benji Provost. And he's on the bull they call Rampage. Now, ladies and gentlemen, who's ready to watch Benji go the full 8 seconds on the bull they call Rampage from Cliffix Park in Rustock?
Well, it's up and on.
Here we go. Oh yeah, around to the right. Whoop.
Well, we'll clear that arena. I do believe we've got one re-ride to go. Started okay. However, it was the dynamics of that turn back to the left. And man, oh man, not happy with the finish.
Well, we got Bailey Craig here next, and he's on the bull they call Ghostbuster.
Well, this should be the final adjustment for our junior division. We'll have a winner at the completion of this event. And at this point of time, Ryland Thompson still our leader, 68.6. Sonny Heffernan, 65. I've got Blake Abbott with a 64.8. At this point of time, let's wrap it up.
Here we go. Come on, Nowra. Come on, Nowra. Oh yeah, he's going for a little joyride.
Well, the Ghostbuster landed a little tough on that grounder conditions. He's going to be a little short of oxygen for a few moments here tonight.
Well, 64.3 is the score.
Well,
for
ladies
David
and gentlemen,
Craig.
he's up on his feet. How about we put our hands together for him? A little encouragement goes a long way for these young contestants. Young Bailey Craig, 64.3. Well, that looks like it's going to wind down our junior midi division here tonight. And Simon Mallory down in the main arena for the young man from the Hunter Valley from Whittingham, Ryland Thompson, should be our leader and winner of that competition with a score of 68.6 seconds.
In here with young Ryland Thompson. Congratulations, Ryland, you've done it. Mate, hold that up. A bit of a split there, a bit of a time to wait to get to this result, but must be happy with the way you're riding.
Yeah, very happy at the moment, yeah.
And like the other boys who've been asking, what got you into this sport?
Just TV and like a lot of my friends.
All right, well, your friends are going to be happy. You're going to have a good time celebrating. What are you going to spend the cash on?
Probably just save it, to be honest.
Nice answer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, get your hands together for our young cowboy.
Well, you look at the smile on his dial that tells a big story. What a sport. You know, so many of these young boys in our junior academy, so many of their friends play rugby league and cricket and soccer of a weekend on a Saturday or Sunday morning. These boys are generally at airports flying all over Australia to compete in our junior academy.
Oh yeah, Ladies and gentlemen, who's ready for the Section 2 of the Rising Stars?
Well, this will be the second and final section of our Rising Stars division. And looking down the list of competitors we have in this section, we've got Billy Fogg, Cooper Craig, Tage Everingham, Trace Mellors, Max Meredith, and young Billy Parker from Vasey will round out the top 6 in this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Billy Fogg, and he's on Cynics. Ladies and gentlemen, we need you to scream to the top of your lungs when the gate cracks. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Oh, yeah. Go on, Billy. Go on, Billy. Around to the left.
Well, folks, I'd like you to put your hands together for these young boys. A little encouragement as he's already developed that cowboy limp. We will get numbers through for Billy Fogg, the boy from Burrawa. 15 years of age. He's in the youngest group of our Rising Star division. Chasing our leader at this point of time is Jordan Brett from Sawyers Gully, 72.9. Waiting patiently, we'll have that scores through for that contestant as we roll on with our next cowboy.
Oh, yeah. Next cowboy hails from Goulburn. Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Fogg scored 66.6. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be Cooper Craig, and he's from Goulburn, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the mate I go to school with. Ladies and gentlemen, we need you to scream to the top of your lungs for this young cowboy from Goulburn.
Well,
F11 from the CS7 Farley Bucking Bulls.
Yeah, that's right, and Jared Farley will see a lot of his bulls feature in our main performance tonight in the Open Division. However, these are some of the young bulls looking to gain a little experience themselves in our sport of...
Let's do this. Oh, yeah. Come on, Nowra. Come on, Nowra. Whoa.
Well, a little dandy, Cooper Craig. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, what it does, these boys really rely on your crowd participation. How about we put our hands together for young Cooper Craig from Goulburn? He's disappointed. His expectations are a little higher here tonight. He failed to deliver. That's a little short of luck.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next cowboy to go is going to be Tage Everingham, and he's from Bajul. And ladies and gentlemen, he is on the bull from the Lazy G Bucking Bulls called Boss.
Well, these boys are a little older, and of course we will see them move into the next division of our Challenger Series in 2027. If they're 17, 18 years of age, they can ride up and progress into that Challenger Series. Now, Ty Everingham is of that age. He could feature later tonight in that competition. Lazy G Bucking Bulls, Boss.
We need you to scream to the top of your lungs when Boss and Taj come out of the street, ladies and gentlemen. The better you scream, the better the cowboy rides, and the better the bull barks. Who's cheering for Taj? Hey, let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. Around to the left. Around to the left. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah.
Well, folks, a boy that's only 17 years of age, Taj Everingham. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. What a great effort for the young man from Queensland, from Bajul, Queensland. Gets one done.
How about 66.6?
Well, it's a replicant of our previous score, Billy Fogg, 66.6. It's been updated, 70.6. Well, there was a little malfunction momentarily, 70.6.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be Trace Mellors from Gracemere, Queensland. And he's on the ball, they call Coffee Cat from the Tyson Bucking Bulls. And no other but Alex Heffernan Alex Tyson is going to be flanking this bull here this afternoon.
Chasing our leader still, Jordan Brett from Sawyers Gully earlier in this division. 72.9 is the high score thus far. 73 to take the lead is what required for Trace Mellors. Well, what's happening? Just trying to get this bull's attention, trying to get him stand a little square, as we will in our senior division. It's all about the composure. Stay cool, stay calm, make certain that you don't give that bull any advantage in that preparation of the bucking chute. Well, now his hands actually come out of the bull riding rope. The arena director is Mick Gray. He'll put a little pressure on this young man now, of course, as we do in our senior competitions. It's all about following the policy and procedure, getting things done as quick as you possibly can.
Who's having a good time watching the Can-Am Junior Academy here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen? Trace Mellors, let's do this. Whoa. Ooh.
Well, that's a good bull from the Tyson Bucking Bulls. I know there'll be a happy young lady with that one. Of course, he does deliver. Coffee Cat. Well, he's strung out of there. Just gets a little long, but then when he shortens up, he makes pretty tidy work of our contestant. A little disappointed. Trace Mellors from Gracemere, North Queensland.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go next to a cowboy from Oberon, New South Wales. This is Max Meredith, and he's on the bull they call Shell Shock.
Well, we had the pleasure to have Max on the tour last year at Hawkesbury. We saw him with a 69-point score. Gregory Hills qualified on 2 down there on that occasion there at the southwest region of Sydney 6 weeks ago. This bull that he's drawn, this is
Here
a
we
bull.
go. Hey, come on, ladies and gentlemen. Around to the left, away from his hand. Oh, yeah. Go on, Max.
Well, perfectly situated. That's a good bull. Shell Shock from the Clifton Park Roughstock and Brett team. Well, we'll just get that lank young man gets out through the mash of it all. Hey, and I like the scores.
How about 72.5 points?
Well, that's going to move Max up into second place in the competition here tonight, Bo. 72.5. Let's watch this on the replay, the big screen. Now, the bull's away from his riding hand. Nice and square, the upper body's nice and square off the shoulders, keeping forward of the power and strength. And that young cowboy's delivered. Picture perfect effort here in our Rising Star Division. Young Max Meredith, 72.5. Just got a little untidy towards the end, but everyone's up on their feet and okay at this stage.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the last cowboy of the Can-Am Junior Academy for 2026 in Nowra. This is William Parker, and he's on the bull they call F6 from the Farley Bucking Bulls.
Well, still leading the competition, Jordan Britt, 72.9. Max Meredith rolled into second with a 72.5. And Taj Everingham, 70.6. Sit up in the top 3 in the competition at this stage. Okay, we're going to go to Billy Parker, Vasey, New South Wales on F6. Well, another of the Farley Bucking Bulls in the competition, the K3F Bucking Bulls.
Here we go. Let's do this. Round to the right. Whoa.
Wow. 1.84, something not to be ashamed of, Billy.
Put that bull in the champion chip around.
Well, let's watch this on the replay. There's a bull that's born to buck. That time from the K3F Farley bucking bulls. Man, oh man, has a Charbray Brahmin that loves genetically bred for the sport of bull riding competition. Well, we are getting ready for our presentations of the Rising Stars. Well, we are getting set to make that presentation. Here's the leaderboard. Let's look to the Junior Academy Rising Star Division. Jordan Brett, 72.9. Max Meredith from over on 72.5. Taj Everingham, 70.6. And from Burrawa, Billy Fogg rounds out the top four with a 66.6. Well, down in the main arena, of course, my good friend, co-host Simon Mallory, catching up with our event leader, Jordan Brett from Sawyers Gully, for the presentation of our Ariat champion here this afternoon. Well, what a great afternoon of the Rising Stars Junior Academy Division. Yeah. The arena's cleared. We have got that presentation set for the young man, the champion of our Rising Star Division, Jordan Brett.
Yeah, that's right. Morg's waiting for young Jordan Brett. Here he comes out. Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Get loud for the Cowboy. Jordan, I'm going to give you that Ariat voucher. Mate, you were at the very start. We've got to cast our mind way back to the start. It's a long time. But you must have been proud of the way that kicked off.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Did you know much about the bull?
Yeah, no, a little bit about it.
And that's kind of, you knew you had his number then?
Yeah.
And mate, watching the other boys buck around, like they just weren't able to put it together at night. But your next steps, how old are you and when are we going to see you there in the PBR?
I'm 17 and hopefully next year.
All right, mate, well, you're doing all the right things. Congratulations again. One time, more time now. Put your hands together. Young Jordan Brett.
Well, that's going to run down that junior section. And, well, Bo Cosgrove, a very, very special thanks for joining us here at PBR Australia for the Junior Academy. Look forward to catching up with you again very, very shortly on the tour to success and towards the national finals.
Thank you, Morgs, and thank you, Nowra. We'll see you next year.